Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, good people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. It's beginning to dawn on Nigerians what Buhari has left behind for us, and the vision seems to be very clear now. Situation of Nigeria seems to be far clearer than I thought it will be, especially when President Muhammadu Buhari told Nigerians that if they disturb him in Douala, he will leave for Niger Republic. I've never heard any president in the history of Nigeria make such a statement. Not Olusegun Obasanjo, not Jonathan, not even all the military presidents that had ruled this country. This is the first of its kind. And Nigerians are not comfortable and are not happy with, the situation on ground. And that particular statement has attracted a lot of knocks from Nigerians. So we're going to share some of the comments coming in respect to that statement that President Muhammadu Buhari made. I don't know if he made it out of excitement or he made it out of complacency, but however, he made that statement, and that's a grown man, so he's very serious about it. Let's just look at what Nigerians have to say. And it has in the news having that President Muhammadu Buhari in a recent remark that he can't wait to go home to Douala, and if they make any noise to disturb him in Douala, I will leave for the Niger Republic, has sparked a flurry of reactions from Nigerians. The comment, which was made during the Salah homage to him by FCT resident led by Minister Mohammed Bello, has been interpreted by many as evidence of President's disinterest in the country's current state of insecurity, economic decline, and widespread corruption. In recent years, insecurity has continued to ravage different parts of the country, with banditry, kidnapping, and terrorism spreading rampantly. The economy has been in a state of decline for years, with a high inflation rate, high unemployment numbers, and lack of basic amenities badly affecting lives and increasing the number of these or those desperate to leave the country for survival and no greener pasture. Corruption, which has been a long-standing problem in the country, shows no sign of abating. It appears that the Niger Republic has received a disproportionate amount of attention and a closer relationship with Nigeria than any other African country during the Buhari's administration, going by recent development. This is evident by the fact that Nigeria, under Buhari's leadership, launched a $2 billion railway project from Kano State to Maradi in Niger Republic, entered into a memorandum of understanding with Niger Republic for the importation of petroleum products, and expressed a willingness to collaborate on the construction of an oil pipeline and refinery. What with the 12 SUV gifts to the Niger Republic at the cost of $1.14 billion, which the Minister of Finance confirmed and said it was for security, so many goodies to Niger Republic from Nigeria under Buhari. That is serious. Nigerian major cities, not even the commercial cities, are linked by railway, yet Buhari administration borrowed $2 billion for the railway to Maradi in Niger Republic. Reaction to the president comment on relocation to the Niger Republic if he's disturbed in Douala have been varied, with many prominent Nigerians weighing in on the matter. And let's just say some of them. So already say that there's no hiding place for the wicked. And I'm going to read the comment or this statement he made. And it has that the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, AAC, in 2023 general election, Omoyele Sowore, in his reaction, said, "There is no hiding place for Buhari. President Buhari, sorry, there will be no hiding place for the wicked. You must pay for your crime against humanity till the end of time. Your atrocities will fish you out. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It will matter when you hide. It won't matter where you hide. You will answer for your crime." Another person, Sheikh Nurul Khalid, also said that President Buhari's comment is quite unfortunate. And I'll read what he said. And the news have it that, or let me say, according to him, um, actually, Sheikh Nuru Harid is a chief imam of National Assembly Quarters Legislative Mosque. And this is what he said. He said, the president comment is disappointing and disheartening. It sends the message that he deliberately did not show enough interest in addressing the problem facing the country. It is unfortunate that the president seems more concerned with his personal comfort than the welfare of Nigerian people. He has shown Nigerians he has a plan B of sort. One of his media aides made an attempt to defend him by saying the president was merely cracking a joke. You don't joke with your citizens. And that is absolutely true. You don't joke with your citizens, especially with issues like that. You can joke with them, if you are saying something different. Now, another person, Adeyanjo, who is an activist, also made it clear. He said that the human right, I'll quote exactly what he said. Let me not give you detail of who he is. President Buhari seems to exude a general sense of distance from reality. He seems to be always living in a bubble. He doesn't yet realize the extent of damage he has done to the country. I can't understand why someone with so much goodwill of the masses in the build-up to the 2015 election will squander it in so short a time and his government now a colossal failure. If Nigeria is still a sane nation, Buhari will never be celebrated after he leaves office, no matter where he may run to. He destroyed the nation on many fronts except catapulting his immediate family to a state of stupendous wealth. That was what the young man said. Another guy, Idris Gimba, is a public affairs analyst and a columnist. He also joined in talking about this issue, but in his own case, he's defending Buhari. And he says the president was simply expressing his desire for peace and quiet in his hometown, Douala, as well as with his kinsmen in Niger Republic. It is not a reflection of his leadership. You can imagine some people. Another person here, one Abdul Aziz Suleiman, also says we shouldn't be looking at Buhari. Abdul Aziz Suleiman is actually the spokesperson coalition of 52 Northern Group CNG. And he said, and I quote, he said, I really don't see any relation between his saying he would relocate to the Niger Republic after leaving office and his apparent non-performance as president. For all we care, Buhari might even have been making a joke about it, which is why he don't give it serious consideration. Even if he elects to relocate to the moon, he has the right to do so, assuming he can. What is clear, however, is that the things that men do live after them. Yes, things they do live after them. And no matter how hard or how far a bad leader runs, he won't be called to account. Or he would be called to account. I'll take that again. He said, and no matter how long or how hard a bad leader runs, he would be called to account in the fullness of time. What Nigerians should rather bother about is the future of the nation as President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu prepares for governance in the next few days. We should be more concerned with getting the incoming president to commit to work to solve our basic socio-cultural problems, our regressing economy, and addressing our precarious future. We should demand that he shows real commitment to reducing youth unemployment, insecurity, and poverty. Without a doubt, the outgoing administration was run by people poorly prepared and ill-equipped to lead except for their ambition for power and fantastic wealth. Consequently, Nigerians are left at the mercy of armed crimes, unforgivable poverty, and direction from other parts of the world, which once held us in awe and marvel at our system and quality of leadership. Nigerians must at this point learn to resist the temptation to live in perpetual blame of past leaders. We should do better than them and learn from their mistake. The past cannot be entirely remedied, but a future can be built on a strong foundation that benefits from a flawed past. Buhari is no longer an issue, I think, And where he chooses to live after retirement is as well not of the essence as the nation is struggling past a critical point. So many other people have reacted to it. But I want to say that it is really disheartening to hear a president make such statement. Now, making such statement is not an issue if there was no single amount of taxpayers' money, borrowed money, being sent ahead of time to such an environment. Nobody will mind if the president decides to leave now and say they want to go stay in Cameroon. There's no problem about that. He has all the right to travel to wherever he wants to travel to. But then the reason why Nigerians are reacting, let me send that message out first, is that before now, Nigeria has borrowed as much as 2 billion naira for railway, which the South governor, River State governor, was the person in charge. That's talking about Amechi when he was Minister of Transportation. He was the one that did that. And he borrowed money in the name of Nigeria, not his personal money. This is disheartening. He borrowed it in the name of Nigerians and used it to fix railway down, and said Nigeria should start importing oil from Niger, as if we don't have refineries, which he had promised before now that he was going to fix. None of those refineries are fixed. Instead, we go to Niger and import oil from there. Subsidy and all those stories came as a result of that, which means he doesn't even give a hoot whether Nigeria exists or not. Nigeria can go to hell. And, some of the respondents here have said some things. Some people say, well, we shouldn't think about that and all of that. You can't make a reasonable future if you don't learn from your past. And I think that was what Peter Obi was trying to bring up for Nigerians to see. That leadership is what has kept us where we are. And for that reason, we need good leaders who can change the narrative of the country. We need people who are selfless, people who are ready to work, people who want to offer service, not looters, not those who will come in and steal everything we have. But unfortunately, I don't know where we are heading. And guess what? Since evil is not punished in Nigeria, because that's an ideal thing, judiciary, as far as it's remote controlled by the executive, evil is not punished. The only people that their evil is being punished in Nigeria are those who are against the government of the day. Every little thing they do will be highly exalted, and they will want to cut them and the entire generation out from the surface of the earth. But we know that one day is one day. One day, there will be a Pharaoh that does not know Joseph who will sit in that place. And he will be fiery with his judgment. He will not care what the nations of the earth will do, but will carry forth judgment against those who have put Nigerians in this situation that we are. He will not care to know who was who. He will not care to know ethnicity or tribe, but he will do what is right.